Hello and welcome back to the Cove with more EU4 Relentless Push East continued. Well, we finally got the redecorating achievement in the last one, and we are fighting Deccan for the last of their properties that will give us the Masters of India. So before we go ahead and dive on into the war, I did forget to do a little bit of housekeeping over in our new provinces. We need to do some rebel suppression. We know that there's definitely going to be a little bit of trouble, and so yeah, improving that is going to be important. And we'll do that with both of these just to make sure that it is nice, swift and efficient. Alright, so that's all of that done. We won't have too much trouble there. We do technically have a little bit of unrest over here, but again, we should be able to deal with that fairly comfortably. A little bit of separatism, non-accepted culture, all that other stuff. Overextension is a slight issue, but again, that should disappear relatively quickly. In fact, our overextension is probably what's hurting our reasons for these votes. That'll easily swing back in our favour. They'll vote for us fairly comfortably. So these guys will vote for us after that overextension disappears. That'll give us 1, 2, and 3. So that'll be all that we need. And then, who knows, we might even be able to swing things and make mines finally help things out. But either way, that's all good. We'll leave that be. Let's just go ahead and focus on our assaults. So right now we have a couple of troops marching on over here for a few occupations. In fact, what we will do is we'll send a 44 stack just so we can siege this down a bit quicker. We're working on a fort over here. Again, nothing too crazy. Khorasan are going to be moving into Georgia, but again, Georgia is fighting back, so no real issues there. Devastation or peasants, you know what, I can't... Oh, wait a second. Scarborough, hang on a second. We have troops in position. Yeah, go ahead and fight me there, you Luddites. Best of luck with that, but I don't think it'll play out too well. They will... Yeah, they're already being marched upon, so that's fine. Military access from Great Britain. I think the answer is going to be no. No, we have successfully divided them up into 3 sections, and yeah, we're going to just let them not enjoy their time. That's all. Alright, so whereabouts? Anything else going on? We've got our navy in position, so we will take care of anything they've got there. We've got a couple of occupations over here. We'll send... they don't actually have any forts. Yeah, they don't have any forts at the moment. Let's go ahead and we'll quickly deal with these guys. We'll see about that. You guys can go over here. We will... Yeah, we'll march up in this direction. We'll slowly tighten the noose. In fact, you know what? We'll go ahead and get these guys here to stop the straight crossing. I think that would be more beneficial. Just make sure that they can't reinforce unnecessarily. We'll make this nice and swift. Alright, so that's all good. Let's march you guys further forwards. You can now all meet up. That should be fine. In fact, you know, let's go ahead and march you down over here onto the fort. That should be good. And then I guess it's just waiting for a little bit of military power so we can finish a couple of these things a little bit quicker. Oh, and apparently we have a new merchant. Not really. It seems that we're teetering on the edge of what we can handle. We must be very close on one of our trade companies. I suppose then that means we'll go... Oh, this is fairly well handled. What to do? Was it Samarkand? Oh no, it was Lahore. There we are. We'll go ahead and transfer trade power there. Okay, so it looks like we're right on the cusp of being able to get that that merchant or not. That's fine. We'll see if there's anything we can do for our trade investments. I don't think that there's much we can do. Extra taxes. You know what? Money is money. We'll go ahead and invest. I don't think it's a very good investment, but an investment nonetheless. That's all we really care about. A couple of revolts. We'll go ahead and quickly just double check. They are mostly in Most are in the New World. It looks like a few separatists there. Russian Mexico, they should have enough troops to be able to handle things. Russian Peru. Yeah, we should have a path. Oh no, actually we did not manage to connect these. Oh, whoopsie daisies. Oh well, it just is what it is. We'll let that be. Yeah, Russian Mexico, they should handle that, so that's not a concern. These fellows are heading over there to deal with them. You guys are dealing with all of these. And then you are... yeah, you don't have too much to worry about. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. We also have a diplomat here with Austria. We don't need them there anymore. We're going to go ahead and recall. I think what we'll do is we will try and make sure that we have improved our situation with as many as possible. Who do we have opinion to gain with? Yeah, Baden. We've only got three... we've only got three reasons. Let's go ahead and improve relation and just guarantee that that stays as is. We don't want anything happening with Dithmarschen. It should be fine. But yeah, that should be good. Let's see. More rebels are dealt with. Oh, we did not move our 87 stack appropriately. We're stuck behind a fort zone of control then. You know what? Let's go ahead and engage with the enemy. The sooner we do that, the better. So that'll be fine. And then I guess we'll just go ahead and clear out the rest of this fairly swiftly. Let's go ahead and take the fort over here. You guys can go ahead and meet up as well. Yeah, we'll see what we can do here. What have we got? Tariffs or gain some power? We'll gain the power. Siege of Napoli is over. Oh, whoops. Okay, looks like we lost that to the Papal State. But Mines is going to go ahead and crush them anyway, so that's a non-issue. And then... oh, you know what? With the rest of our money, let's go ahead and invest. Oh, there's still nothing around here. Okay. Where on earth is there anything left? Taxes, defensiveness. Okay, so that's all up over here. Rightio. Well, you know what? It will make it disappear once we go ahead and invest in these, so we won't have to worry about that popping up for too much more. Yeah, that'll be fine. Alright, and we do need to deal with all of this. Let's go ahead and just tell you to autonomously siege. I just don't care what you do. And then these fellows... do we do the same thing? Actually, you know what? No, we don't want these Hindu zealots. We don't want them to have any, what do we call it? Any zeal. We want to convert it if possible. Gain 20 prestige. Oh, thanks to our monument. Right, we did get that finished a while ago. That'll do. We'll ignore that. Let's see. Rebels. Fighting Tuscany. Oh, we can even invest in new tech. What have we got? Maintenance, morale, promoted cultures. You know what? With the amount that we've got, let's go ahead and just invest. We'll go by value. We'll boost that up by a bit. Yeah, there we do. There we go. That'll be fine. We'll leave that be. 87,000. Let's go ahead and march over here. We'll try and beat up some of these guys. Make sure that they don't turn into a doom stack. In fact... you know what? Oh, that's grasslands. I think we try and quickly catch you guys out there. Yeah, I think that'll be the way we go. Oh, and you know what? Let's go ahead and see if we can free up this army. We'll go ahead and... we'll go from -7 to 14%. And then I guess that's the only thing we can afford for now. Still another month or two before we can get more. But that'll be fine. Yeah, look at that. That'll be a nice victory right here. It's in grasslands, no defensive territory for them. That would be quite painful. So let's check out how our battle goes against Khorasan. Full front lines and back lines, they don't have that. We've got much better discipline, much better morale and tactics. Yeah, not a concern for us. Not a concern in the slightest. The rebels will be dealt with, so I'm not too concerned about that there. They did try and retreat, and we picked up a nice little benefit there. Extra morale damage. I think what we'll do is... let's see if we can zip around and do some more damage. Yeah, we'll try and catch out some smaller stacks. We don't really care where they're retreating to. We just want to be making sure that they cannot gain too much strength. Alright, anything else we can do? How much is the barrage? 45. Okay, so we need at least another 2 months. Looks like there goes the Siege of Bakara, though. Let's bring you forwards. We'll go ahead and I think we take their capital. Yeah, there we go. Level 9 fort. Definitely want that to be gone as soon as possible. And then I don't think we have too much else to worry about. Yeah, we've got 21% here at Ardabil. That'll be nice when we take that. Looks like that is the end of the war that we were called in on. Very nice. Do we gain anything? 2 ducats. It's better than nothing. Alright, well, let's see. Who are we fighting and whereabouts? Mountains. You know what? How about we hold off for a second there? That might be mildly dangerous. We will go ahead and help out our people. We'll go ahead and see that they kind of zip around a little bit. In fact, they'll be there on the 7th. That's Drylands. I think we go ahead and we attack them when they get locked on in. We'll just do that and make sure that that goes relatively smoothly. There we go. That should be a nice victory. That'll be on this month, so let's go ahead and consolidate. Fairly quick and easy. That'll be a very, very easy battle to win. No penalties for us to really worry about. They'll just have complete and utter annihilation. There we go. Stack wipe. They don't even manage to get any further. More dry lands. You know what? Again, more good land for us to try and attack them on. Yeah. Go ahead and we'll move back up. And we'll just rinse and repeat for a bit. Alright, so that's fine. That's all good. 49% up over here. 42 over there. Let's just see how it goes. No? Unfortunate. Alright, hang on a second. Let's see if we've got a couple of free diplomats. What have we got? We've got people improving relations with a few people. That's nice. We've got some spy network against these two guys, and then we have what we have to deal with the rest. Let's bring... do we just go ahead and start working on the fort? Yeah, I suppose we've got a little bit of power there. We may as well. Looks like these guys who are automatically sieging are doing a good job of dealing with them. Let's also go ahead and... maybe we just autonomously siege all of this for a little bit. And just make sure that that gets taken. Yeah, there we go. So you'll work on all of that. That should be fine. You guys are going to move up forwards, work on the forts. Yeah, it's just a little bit of a hurry up and wait situation. But again, it's all going to be fine. Do we want to continue on influencing Dithmarschen? I think the answer is yes. Fairly cheap. We'll keep a little bit of money just in case. Again, we want... let's see. 1, 2. We need one more vote. And the only way Mecklenburg won't get voted for is if they... is if these guys stop voting for him. What can we do? Receiving... Oh, you know what we could do? We might be able to try and insult somebody. Yeah, Dithmarschen. Who do you dislike? Lubeck? Utrecht as well. Hang on a second. There's Austria. Bremen, Hamburg. Yeah, it looks like there's going to be a couple of separate insults. I suppose we'll go with... let's go with their rival. Lubeck seems good enough. And we will go ahead and insult them in a second when we get our diplomat back. Yeah, just a couple of days. We should be fine. Alright, so there we go. Let's send an insult. We'll make it scornful for the bonuses. That's fine. They dislike me. That's all good. Let's see. Anything else we can do? 49%, 78%. Okay, you know what? Let's go ahead and work on their capital. We'll try and boost that up a little bit. Looks like our great advisor has died. Yes, that's a shame. He gave us the morale of navies, which certainly helped out against Great Britain. But I guess all good things come to an end. Let's see. Trade efficiency for money, improve relations. Diplomatic reputation, you know what? Let's go ahead and hire him. That might actually be enough to help us out a little bit further. Yeah, this is actually much, much better for us. Yeah, I forgot that we got rid of him. That should hopefully change a few opinions. We did scornfully insult an enemy, so that's 25 reasons. We'll see about... Can we try, yeah, scornfully insulting? Oh, that's only 5 reasons. Oh, okay, so we have the alliance, the guarantee. We have no marriage, but we are not able. Ah, that's a pity. That would have been worth a bit. Yeah, royal marriages are worth 10. And then I guess it's just our overextension that's going to be slowing us down from that vote. Yeah, because let's just double check again. We're at 92%. That means that we impact our, what is this? Our diplomatic reputation by 1.85. That's 18 reasons. Alright, well that's enough to swing Dithmarschen. So I suppose that's still the victory that we need. We just need to be aware of how much overextension we have. Yeah, alright, Siege of Merv is over. Hey, finally we can start walking forwards. Let's go ahead and... Let's move on to the grasslands. That'll be fine. We'll carpet siege everything down later. You guys are still taking your sweet time. Everybody else is doing fairly alright. There we go. Let's move forwards 1 province, and then we'll take this, and then we'll go ahead and start dismantling their armies. Yeah, that should be all that we need. Alright, more conversion successful. That's all good. Siege of Ardabil is over. Let's see what we can do there. Let's chase after their troops. That'll do well. These guys... Alright, we let them walk around us, didn't we? Can we force march and catch them? You know what? They're heading into the desert. I think we should be able to catch them. We've got 4 maneuver. They only have 2. We should be able to do this. Yeah, and then if not, we'll go ahead and swing back around and prevent Takan from being able to do what they're after. Alright, so looks like they're still able to zip away a little bit too fast for my liking. Let's just stop force marching. We'll work our way towards the fort instead. We'll have them pincered between our 2 flanks, which is excellent. That'll be fine, and not cause too much trouble. Alright, revolts, we will leave. We do not care. How are we doing? Stack wipe? Excellent. Okay, well then, you know what? 1 siege pip, 2 siege pips. Just go ahead and occupy. Whereabouts are you guys? Let's go. I'm going to assume they're heading up over here. Yeah, we'll see if we can control that. We'll also pop our ships out of... Actually, you know what? We'll pop into this strait here, the Sea of Azov, and make sure that they cannot travel across. Just to be safe, there goes another 2 of their forts. That's very good. Let's bring... Whereabouts are you? Let's travel down over here. There goes their capital. We'll go ahead and march you across as well. Yeah, we'll just start tightening the noose. We've got some decent war score already. 47% is not too shabby. But that'll be fine. Let's see what we can do. We have... Protect our trade. Yeah, I don't care if that upsets other people. That's all good. We've got that fortification here. Let's go ahead and dive on into the mountains. Oh, actually, you know what? That looks like their largest stack of troops is already locked on into moving elsewhere. So this should be a pretty solid bet for us. Yeah, we'll try and chase these people down. Looks like they're already locked into somewhere else. We'll just go ahead and go for the small stack right now. Another siege is over. Alright, well, you guys are working well. Oh, that's only an 11 stack. That's nothing too significant. Everybody else is heading down to Bam. Yeah, alright, we'll go ahead and we'll fight them there. And then, who knows, maybe we'll be able to catch them before they rendezvous. That is the thought anyway. You guys, you're working on that fort there. We can happily go ahead and start blowing open a few more. Let's go ahead and... I know, let's bring you those troops up and around. That'll be important. And then, any other forts at the moment? It's only really this one, but you know what? We'll go ahead and we'll make quick work of this mountain fort. That would be very nice for us. These fellows, let's go ahead and march down here. Although that's mountains, this is dry lands. That's mountains. Yeah, let's make sure we fight on favorable terrain if at all possible. Yeah, I think that seems reasonable. Alright, so let's go ahead and blow that open. Starting at a 14% chance is not too shabby. It'll minimize their ability to reroute and escape, which is excellent. These fellows can then go ahead and... It's more mountains. It's quite a shame, but it is what it is. Yeah, I think we go ahead and we try and take the mountains. We have the numbers if necessary. It should be all good. There goes all of our overextension with those core provinces, which is great news. That should mean... Oh, we're down to 16? Oh, you know what? That'll disappear fairly swiftly. Yeah, I'm fairly sure at the end of the month that will make things disappear. That also means that we have... One, two. How on earth are we still trying to figure this out? Did we insult someone? Yeah, we've already scornfully insulted. Oh, our options are up at 200. So what they have is better preferences of Mecklenburg. Yeah. We still have another 30 we could improve. We have Honored Alliance, scornfully insulted. Let's influence them as a nation. In fact, have we got that on... No, we're already doing that. Alright, fine. We'll go ahead and we'll bring that back up again. I guess money is fine there. And then... Let's see. That's one, that's two. What about you guys? Is there ever going to be any hope for us there? Improved relations, that's not going to make a big difference. I don't think we can... Maybe we try and request a relative as an heir. That's not the worst plan. Or maybe... Oh no, they've just picked up an heir. I really don't know. But either way, extra innovativeness for some local unrest. I believe that would take us through to almost 100%. Sure, we'll do that. 0.4 off for the extra 10% off all of our power costs is ideal. Plenty of conversions. I think that's Scarborough done, so that should mean we're more or less finished. Hang on a second. Oh, have we not called up enough stuff here for Russian Canada? Oh, that's a bit of a pickle. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They should... 6? I would have thought that we had enough. Let's just go ahead and quickly check out... let's see. Colonial Canada, we should have enough there. Maybe... Oh, wait. Maybe we just need to the end of the month. Yeah, we can't hand it off if they don't really exist now, can we? Yeah. Alright, so let's see. Does that change anything now? Still at 10%. We do have a couple of... What is this? All the way down here. Maybe we need to... Russian Peru. This is held by us. Russian Colombia. Can we hand this to Russian Colombia? Hang on a second. So we're coring this up as well. It's all Anglican. We're working on it. When are we done with this? 9th of March? Okay, well, we'll give it another month or two. We'll figure that out. And then I think what we'll do is we'll try and hand it off to somebody. That'll be fine. Alright, let's quickly go ahead and invest in the last of these, just so we no longer get the pop-ups. And, oh, there we are. I knew there was one more. And then up over here, let's travel to Nippon. There we go. Alright, so that's all of these buildings done. That should be fine. We'll go ahead and invest in... Oh, I don't know. Do we want any churches? There's nothing amazing. Let's just go with more counting houses. Nothing wrong with that. And we'll keep a couple of thousand ducats just in case we need to re-influence or send a gift. There we are. Russian Canada does finally exist. Russian Colombia exists. That's what we were after. We wanted to hand that all off. That is quite nice. And we don't have to worry about that anymore. So, let's go ahead and... You know what? We just go ahead and we're going to attack. We're going to see... Oh no, we can't blow that open just yet. Well, I guess we have to hold out for a little bit. It's just going to be a couple of occupations. Alright, so what about these troops up over here? Did we have... I suppose we can chase down those troops. It does look like we may have forced them to retreat, so that's fine. Mercenary companies, that's good. We have 2 more merchants, so we're now up to 28. We'll go ahead and we'll transfer through Samarkand, and then... Let's go with Hormuz as well, why not? We'll just go ahead and transfer through there. I'm sure we should be able to take a fair bit from Deccan. In fact, may even be able to almost full annex them if we so desire. So I think that could be fun. Alright, revolts will leave. We don't care about that. All of these battles should be fairly safe. There goes what we were after. Let's go ahead and... we'll do what we can. In fact, what we'll do... 2 siege. We'll swap you out onto the other fort. Again, try and make the most out of that. And we'll see what we can do. Honestly, I don't even care if we necessarily lose a singular fort here. Sorry, a singular fight here. It's not enough of a concern. I know it's in mountains. We have manpower. They do not. So we'll go ahead and quickly retreat just for safety's sake. There we go. And then we'll send in an extra 100,000 odd men. That'll be fine. We'll catch them with low morale. Yeah, they won't particularly appreciate it, but I don't care because we can do what they cannot. And they definitely don't have the strength to handle such troubles. Alright, so let's just see what we can do here. Oh, apparently they're really stacking up. Okay, maybe I was a little bit over enthusiastic. Yeah, that was mountains. Yeah, they've got an extra 60,000. Okay, fine. Maybe we shouldn't have done that just then. Let's just go ahead and back up over here. We'll defend this fort as best as we can. We'll go ahead and let's give that a nice boost. Double our chances of being able to take it this month. That should be fine. We have... Oh, we've lost something to Deccan. That's annoying, but that's all fine. It looks like all of this is being occupied. What do we do? You know what? let's just let Georgia deal with their own things. We're going to bring in some reinforcements. We'll march on down over here just in case they try anything. 60,000 will march over there. Yeah, this will be more than we need. Yeah, I was just hoping to quickly catch out a small stack before, but unfortunately, yeah, they just didn't seem to break up as speedily as I would prefer. But oh well, it is what it is. Marital bliss, rightio. So, trade efficiency or prestige, we'll just go ahead and pick that up. We can go ahead and use some interactions, which I suppose we may as well. It is maxed out. Reduces some rebels. I don't know how bad that is, but it won't be terrible. We do need... hang on a second. I do need to check in on our overextension, which is... control it to make it a core? Ah, right, yeah. We'll hand that off. That'll be fine. And then, what else is there to do? I think... any great projects? You know what? Sure, stuff it. Hagia Sophia, let's go ahead and boost that up. That seems fine. We'll go ahead and spend a whole heap of manpower because why not? That is easily done. Anyone else or anything else that we should really boost up? You know what? Sure, let's improve a church. We are, after all, a very pious nation. So we'll go ahead and spend some manpower there. Maybe a little bit of money. In fact, we might just go with more money, as that's probably the cheaper way of doing things. We make far more of that than our manpower right now, as we're out war. Still with 500,000 at our in our reserves, it's not too bad. Siege of Farsa is over. Colonial border conflict, let's see. Prestige, switch around to Liberty Desire or lose Diplo. Prestige is easy enough to come by, that's fine. We'll let that be. And then, you know what? I think what we'll do is, let's go ahead and state up some of this stuff over here. That'll give us a really nice bonus with the English channel here. We now have all of this. Yeah, so we may as well boost that up. Minimize the autonomy there. We'll boost all of this, and we're just going to get the absolute most bang for our buck as we can, and make even more money. We'll even go ahead and let's go with the Protect Trade Edict. That seems like a little bit of fun. Very small amount of money for us to really recoup even more costs. So that should be fine. And then we'll do the same over here as well. And then at the end of the war, we will be able to go ahead and increase these. And that should be all good. So let's go ahead and, whoops, let's call roll. We'll spend a little bit of admin. That'll be fine. And then because we've called, we should be able to decrease autonomy. But we may need to give that a month as well. But either way, I'm not really too concerned. It is what it is. There's a 30,000 stack there heading up over there. Let's go ahead and catch them. That should be fine. They have next to nothing. Yep, that's fine. Let's go ahead and... when do we arrive? 10th of July. Okay, we'll wait for the month and then we'll consolidate. That'll be okay. Barden, let's recall from there for now. Let's go ahead and... there we are, get that working. You guys are marching forwards. We've taken Farsa. Let's bring... you know what? We're going to tell you to go ahead and manage autonomous sieging. You guys can work all the way over here. We'll just get all of this sorted. That's fine. But we're going to take our 280 stacks and we're going to go ahead and start hunting some of their troops, because we want to make sure that they go down fairly quickly. So that's what we'll do. We'll see if we can break them up, maybe catch them out a little bit. That would be the ideal plan. Again, we still can't quite afford a few barrages, but it'll be fine. I'm sure it won't be too much trouble. Alright, so that's all good. Yep, here we go. Let's go ahead and march down over here. Let's send you... where are they going? You know what? Let's wait till they're locked on in. They should all be there on the 5th or sooner. So we'll give it a couple more days. And then maybe we even force march? Yeah, okay. Let's wait one more day. There we go. Alright. Siege of Hamden is over. Very nice. Let's start working... Oh, this is a dead end. Okay, well then I guess you go ahead and work on that fort. You guys can march up over here. That should be sufficient. You guys can go ahead and march on over there. Let's see about force marching, just to make sure that they cannot get too far. Yeah, there we go. Alright. We're looking for a quick and efficient kill here. You know, let's just go ahead and back them up. Make sure that we have plenty of troops in the area. Looks like we got a stack wipe, which is fantastic news. Let's just march on forwards. And I think... Yeah, that was another solid victory. So maybe we'll go ahead and zip around just in case they try any funny ideas. But that should more or less be everything we need. Go ahead and tell you to autonomously siege down. I think we can more or less take what we want from these guys. Yeah, okay, so you know what? How much have we got? 78%. Let's have a quick look. And there is a nice little peace deal that we could steal if we wanted. A little bit of overextension. Nothing too huge, but it would help us link up some of our lands, which would be preferred. We can clear up some of these border gore, as well as taking a fair few of their expensive provinces for trade companies and whatnot. 292, yeah, I think that should be fine. We do have 100% war score though. We need, let's see, length of war, allied war. You know what, maybe we can cut back just a fraction. I kind of want to take this just so we don't have another fortification for us to deal with. Maybe we leave... Alright, fine. Maybe we leave the border gore there. That'll save us a fair bit. Cuts down some of the overextension. And you know what? We can already bail on the war. In fact, we'll see if we can find something for 82. Is that even possible? It does seem like most of their stuff is fairly expensive. Actually, you know what? That might be worth it. It's only a couple of reasons off. Yeah, let's go ahead and engage. We'll send them up to fight that enemy there. These fellows can then go ahead and... maybe we go over here and we try and catch them out. That should be fine. Yeah. But we'll go ahead and finish off these guys in the next one. I don't think Deccan will be far behind, so that should be nice and good for us. But either way, if you do want to see that, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content, and I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning into the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.